Bonjour, je m'appelle Marquise, c'est mon portrait. So I grew up in Landover, Maryland, small city outside of Washington, D.C. I have 5 siblings, 2 sisters and 3 brothers. I'm the oldest of them all. I grew up living with my mom and my grandparents. My mom had me young, so when she went off to school, I stayed with my grandparents majority of the time. Still have a great relationship with my dad. I go see him a few days out the week growing up or like on the weekends. So the relationship with my dad was still great. I always played football and basketball all the way up until my 10th grade of high school, and I finally gave up football because I started to slim out and get taller. But I was really good at football. I played pretty much every position from quarterback to running back, linebacker, safety, corner, tight end. I played all you can think of in football. My dad was a pretty good football player, had college offers, went to college in Georgia, won a football scholarship. So I think that's where I get my football abilities from, and just like my athleticism and things like that. My mom played high school basketball. She was pretty good, and I get my height from my mom. She's about 5'9", and my grandma's about 5'8", so that's where I get my height from. I started playing basketball at the age of 5 in the basement with my granddad. He would come downstairs and play on my little court that we had in the basement. I moved on to play with the club at around 6 or 7 years old. And then we have a thing called travel basketball called AAU in the United States. It's a group of kids from all over the area, and you compete all over the country. So started travel basketball around 9. Tried out for my middle school team. I was fortunate enough to make the team. We went to the championship my 8th grade year, lost. Got to high school and started out in private school. Tried out for the team, made the freshman team, was working out with the varsity team. I was working out with guys like Quinn Cook, James Robinson, Jerry and Grant, Victor Oladipo. So I went to school with those guys. They were upperclassmen and I was a freshman. That was a good journey for me. I went there for 2 years, and then I transferred and went to another high school where I felt I had a better opportunity at. I accepted a bigger role on the team, and we went to the championship my first year, so that was great. We lost in the championship, then came back the following year, went to the championship again and ended up winning. So then for my senior year, I ended up going to Capital Christian, which is like a prep school. Went there, got a couple scholarship offers. So I took a scholarship offer to Robert Morris for my first year of college. They opened doors for me. You know, the coach welcomed me with open arms. He gave me the confidence. I ended up getting Rookie of the Year my first season, ended up getting all-conference second team as a freshman. So I had some good accolades. At the end of the season, I decided to transfer to play at a higher level. A lot of bigger schools started calling. I ended up taking a scholarship offer to Clemson, which is in one of the best college basketball conferences, the ACC, which you got Duke, North Carolina, Louisville, Virginia, teams like that. When you transfer from D1 to D1, you have to sit out 1 year. So sat out 1 year, got my body right, got accustomed to the ACC play, got accustomed to the players, coaching staff, practices, just the way things operate in that sense. My second year, my redshirt year, I think I was in a race for 6th man of the year. I played very well minutes off the bench. We went to the NIT that year, lost early, so kind of was disappointing, but we still made a post-tournament, so that was still good for the university. Came back my junior year, we was hungry. You know, the seniors had graduated, and now we were the upperclassmen, so we had to pick up bigger roles within the team. Started out great. I think we started out like 11-0. That year we actually went to the Sweet 16, the NCAA tournament, getting knocked off by Kansas in the Sweet 16, which was one of the best years of my life basketball-wise. I had so much fun. Entered the draft, had some NBA workouts, got some feedback, and I think the best decision for me was to go back to school to tighten up a few things. We had a decent year. We dealt with some injuries, so I think that kind of held us back. You know, we fought through adversity, still had a chance to make the tournament. Didn't quite get it done, but we made the NIT, got knocked out in the Sweet 16 to NIT, so I don't leave college with no regrets or anything like that. Obviously, you want to make the NCAA tournament every year, but I got to do it 2 out of my 4 years, so I think that was great. Ended up having 2,000 career points, like top 5 in Clemson history in points and assists and rebounds, so that's pretty good. After that, so tried to figure it out, hired an agent, went to work out in Vegas to get ready for Summer League and NBA workouts and things like that. So I had about close to 10 NBA workouts. Ended up getting picked up by Detroit for Summer League. That went well. We almost made it to the finals in Summer League. Actually, we played Isaiah in the quarterfinals, so I didn't even know that was him until now. We talk about it all the time. Still, I was waiting for an NBA deal throughout the summer and stuff, and I didn't want to wait. I just wanted to hurry and get my professional career started. So I told my agent to keep the doors open for overseas, and he introduced me to a couple places, and France stuck out to me because I took French in high school and college, so I was familiar with the culture, the language, and then I just talked to a lot of guys that played in France, and it was an athletic league. They get up and down, so it's pretty much similar to my game, so I wasn't hesitant to take a deal for my first year in France, so I signed with Rouen for my first year professionally. We had a pretty up and down year, dealt with some coaching changes, player changes and things like that, but we still fought to the end. You know, we were fighting to stay in the league. I think we would have got it done, but because of COVID, it had cut the season short. I had a good year for a rookie. I was the only rookie in the league. I guess that was pretty cool. Second year, I went to Ukraine to start out. Things just didn't work out there, so I decided to go back in the market to look for something new. Nanterre gave me an opportunity. They welcomed me with open arms. You know, so far so good. I love the players, coaching staff. I was familiar with them. We played them last year. They have a winning culture, so I want to be a part of a winning program again. Even though we're going through adversity, every team goes through adversity, we continue to fight, we continue to work, and get ready to win the next battle. So off the court, I'm a pretty simple guy. I like shopping in my free time. I like sneakers, fashion, things like that. I like to watch movies, thrillers. So if anybody know any good thriller movies, send them to me. I like playing my video game, Call of Duty to be exact. I was a pretty good Madden player until they came out with 21, which really threw me off. I suck at it, and it's not like me because the previous Maddens, I was so good. I stopped playing 2K for 2 years. It just started to get too hard. It used to be so easy, just drive past somebody and duck on them. Now you gotta have strategy, and they make you really play. So I'm done with 2K. After the season ended last year, I was home for a while, and I was just in the house one day with my girlfriend looking at clothes online. And then I was like, man, we should start a clothing line. We just went to the store, grabbed some hoodies, and we tie-dyed some hoodies in my dad's garage. Looked on YouTube to figure out how to tie-dye and things like that. And just something to do. We did that, didn't know how they was gonna turn out. They actually turned out good, and we was like, all right, let's sell them. Let's put them out there and see what happens. So I think we made about 20 of them, and they sold out within the first day. So we was like, all right, let's do it again to really see if this is real. This time we grabbed some t-shirts and some shorts. We bought a heat press. So we made a little logo online, had about 20 sweatshirts and 20 t-shirts. And this sold out within a week. So I'm like, all right, we can really do something with this. This can really be an investment. So We sat there for days and weeks just thinking about like names of the clothing line. My grandma, she's like a real spiritual person, and she always said, I wanted to do something like close to God. I'm spiritual too, like I believe in God, like I'm Christian, man. So the whole time thinking about that, thinking about those conversations with her, I finally found the word Hanno. Hanno means gift from God in German. I already knew that was it. Got an LLC, so nobody can take the name. Ever since then, everything's been going up. Started taking it more serious, getting real, networking with people to see how I can get like the best material and the best graphic designers and things like that. And now today, the business is doing so well. I never would have expected for it to grow as fast as it did. We only been open for a year and things are looking good for the future. If you need any shorts, tees, sweatsuits, hoodies, tracksuits, windbreakers, we got it all at hanno.co on Instagram. Merci d'avoir regardé.